Welcome to LMC Varsity Sports. Alongside Ben Green, I'm Eddie Cam. We got a great game for you. The Wryneck Panthers against the Brook Trojans. And Ben, this is a game that's going to come down to the wire. I mean, these are two playoff teams, and it's a matter of a home game for Wryneck. If you want to get that home game, you got to start winning ball games.
Yeah, you want to play baseball when it matters, and that would be the playoffs. So both teams are going to compete hard, and we'll see what the outcome is.
Thank you, Ben. And when we come back, we'll have Lineup's first pitch here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Welcome to our Senior Day 2017. We'll be honoring 3 seniors today who will be playing one of their last home games. Hopefully we'll have a home playoff game if we get a couple more wins. But we'll see. First up, Steven Saputo will be sending Hofstra, his parents Christine and Joe Saputo. Come on out.
What's the punch sign?
Next up, Corey Parker, who will be attending the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. Parents Inger and Dean Parker. The last, Christian Cefaloni, who will be playing baseball at Manhattanville. His parents Reno and Paulette Cefaloni. Yeah, we'll give you a minute to take pictures. I just want to thank these parents for giving us such great kids. They're a pleasure to work with every single day. They are kind of an example of what students at Wryneck should be. They're good students, they're hard workers, they come to practice every day and work hard. I don't know if people know this, we start up in January, we come in and we pitch and catch in the morning, 2 days a week, and we spend one night on Wednesday nights hitting. And these guys, their attendance at that has been excellent over the last couple of years. So they should be applauded for all the work they've done for us in their program. But more than just the baseball stuff, I'm going to miss these guys as people. They're very good kids. They're respectful. They're kind. If I had kids of my own, I would want them to be like these guys right here. And hopefully we'll get them a win today for Senior Day. And, thanks for coming out.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. Alongside Ben Green, I'm Eddie Cam. And Ben, what is the lineup for Brook Trojans?
Leading off for the Trojans is number 4, Jonathan Eagle. He'll be playing left field. Coming into the 2 spot is Jake Rapace, the DH. 3 is Brendan Cummings, the shortstop. 4 is Daniel Carbone, the third baseman. And 5 is Luca Colangelo, the center fielder. Following him is number 6, Andrew Winton, who plays second base. After him, it's Sean Wynn in right. Then the pitcher, Jacob Zarkover. And that's the lineup for Brook.
All right.
Brook.
Thank you, Ben. And on the mound for the Wryneck Panthers, Christian Cefaloni. And Theo's taking his warm-up pitches. There was a senior ceremony taking place before the game.
Who's over there? Anybody?
Yeah, nice that the teams do something for the seniors, even on a high school level, to send them off.
And it looks like there will be a little bit of a visit before the game starts. This could be last game for a couple of these seniors that they play.
Yep, both teams competing for a playoff spot. Wryneck looking to bring a playoff game to their home field here in Rye for the first time in a few years, and they're going to have to win games like we talked about, Eddie,
Yes.
to do that.
Yes, and you don't want to save it for the last game of the season. You got to start winning now, and they've lost a couple so far. They had tough 2 games against KO, and well, it looks like we're gonna have our first pitch here from Salfiloni, and it's fouled off by Jonathan Eagle, the left fielder for Blind Brook. He's leading off the game. And that's 1-1. It'll be interesting to see what Blind Brook's offense can do against Salfiloni.
It will.
The pitch. Another foul ball. 1-2. I've seen Wryneck a couple times so far, and here's the pitch. There's a little blooper. The shortstop, Scott. Over to first. He jumps. He's safe. The ump was right there to make the call. The first baseman, Maselli, jumped up in the air. There was a high throw by Scott, and the umpire was there. He made the call.
Yeah, Scott's throw just a little high, drew the first baseman off the bag, and number 4, Eagle, was hustling down the line and was able to beat it out.
Well, as a leadoff hitter,
Gotta be fast.
gotta have some speed. Up now is the DH, Jake Rapassi. Here's the pitch. That's a ball. Sheldon jumped up high.
Always interesting to see how a pitcher will handle the first batter getting on base. Definitely not how you want to start the game, but it's a runner on first. There's no damage done.
Another ball. 2-0. You're very much right, because the first inning is going to be big for Salfiloni.
Yeah.
You want to try to set the tone of this game, and that means a nice scoreless first inning can really set that tone.
Buckle down, get your confidence in as he falls behind 3-0.
3-0 now. Here's a 3-0. He gets the call. 3-1 to Rapassi. Pitch outside, ball 4. So Salfiloni gave up a walk, so nobody's out, and their catcher, Blind Brook's catcher, Jacob Wynn, the third hitter in the lineup, up now. Runners on first and second, nobody out. So this is big for Salfiloni.
Yeah, he's in the jam early. Let's see if he can work out of it or allow 1 run.
There's a strike. Way to get ahead. Jacob Wynn. The foul ball, 0-2. Jacob Wynn's brother plays right field for Blind Brook. He'll be batting, I believe, 7th in the lineup. 7th or 8th. Runner leads off for a second, and he just fouled it off. That was a good pitch by Salfiloni.
Yeah, switching speeds.
Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. And we talked about this in the pregame show, and we just talked about it a little bit more. But you know, this is a big game for Wryneck. You gotta start getting some of those wins soon.
Yeah, not to mention they don't want to lose on their senior day. You know, these seniors, most of them have been with the program for 2 or 3 years, and you move on to your next phase of life, college. Some are playing baseball, most aren't. You want to win on your last senior night.
2-2. Fouled off, still 2-2.
Good at that.
You know, he fell behind in this count, Jacob Wynn, and now he's trying to come back and work in the count. It's a good eye approach because, you know, Self-Aloni is trying to just strike him out. And he just missed on that pitch. Wow.
Great frame, Sheldon.
Full count.
So now a full count. And wonder what the runners will be doing.
Gotta think they're staying put at no outs.
And he
it's
walked
over
him.
dirt.
So the bases are jammed now. Nobody out.
Not the start that Wryneck wanted.
No. But Brook now has the bases loaded for Daniel Carbone, third baseman for them. He's a lefty. And the Brook team looking for a big inning. Scott to second baseman Birmingham to first, and it gets by the first baseman Maselli. And so time will be called by the umpire, and they're saying that something happened at second base.
I think the ball went out of play behind the first baseman and the runners advance.
Okay.
So 2 runs will score on that double play turned error by Wryneck.
Right. Well, Scott tried to make that 2. He did get the force. So an out is on the board now for Self-Aloni, but it's 2-0. Brook. There's a strike, and you know, I'm sure we're going to talk about this during the game, but the umpires today are wearing pink.
Yep, for Mother's Day. That's thoughtful of them.
Very nice. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss, off-speed pitch right there, 0-2. Well, Self-Aloni gave up the 2 runs. Now he has an out on the board. Can he get another one? The pitch. A little chopper to the second baseman Birmingham. Throws to first. And so the out is made. 2 away. Runner goes to third.
Yeah, and it's important for Wryneck to realize that giving up 2 runs in the first inning is not the end of the world by any means. So hopefully that they can rally and bounce back and try and fight their way back into the game.
The second baseman, Andrew Winton, right-handed hitter for Brook. And he throws a strike right there, 0-1. Self-Aloni deals. There's a little chopper to Scott, who throws onto the first baseman, Maselli, to end the inning. So 2 runs for Brook. 1 runner left on base, and we'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. While the opposing pitcher finishes his warm-up tosses, let's give you the lineup for Wryneck. You got Corey Parker, left fielder. Batting second, Colin Kelly. Jack Sheldon will bat third. Kevin Tanucci, the DH. Brian Scott will bat fifth. He's the shortstop. Mike Colasanti, Anthony Maselli, Matt Gallistian, Tom Birmingham, and the pitcher is Christian Celifoni. On the mound for Brook, Jacob Zachauer, the junior, for Brook, and he throws a heater right there. He's a left-handed pitcher, and he threw a heater down in the bottom of the strike zone to get ahead 0-1 to Corey Parker, Ben.
Yeah, Eddie, let's see if Wryneck can rally here and put some runners on base and get some confidence back in that first inning, as Zachauer looks dialed in.
Yeah, Zachauer. Well, you know, that could be the difference between this game. I mean, right off the bat, you see Self-Aloni came into this game, he tried to settle in, and he couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, he walked two
unscathed.
people. His control wasn't there.
Ooh, struck him out. Not the a humble hack for Corey Parker. Well, up now is Colin Kelly, the center fielder. So 3 pitches and a strikeout. Looks like a dominating left-handed pitcher for Brook, and he throws another strike.
4 straight strikes to start the game. That's all you can ask from your starting pitcher.
I mean, that was something that Filoni was having trouble doing, throwing strikes and throwing strikes early in counts, being aggressive to start the game. And there's a little blooper, and it will get in.
There you go, Steve.
Nice job going the other way there by Colin Kelly,
Yeah.
blooping the pitch in the left.
Looked like it got in on him, and he got the barrel to it and just put it into left field.
Now let's see how aggressive Wryneck is on the base pass if they want to, get this game back within
Right.
reach. The high school game, there's a lot of stealing involved.
And Colin Kelly does have some speed to him. So does Parker and Kelly. Really a speed duo right there on top of the Wryneck order. Up now is Jack Sheldon, the catcher. Another factor. And there goes the runner, and there's a drive to deep left center, but right there's the center fielder. And he goes back to first, and he is safe. So that was Colangelo. And Sheldon put the bat on that ball, didn't he?
Yeah, that was hit well in the left center, and the center fielder
Placed
made a nice
perfectly.
play. Yeah, he backtracked to his right and made the catch.
Yeah, that was a much easier play.
and almost had Kelly at first.
I mean, the winds are blowing today. It's 61 degrees right now, but the winds are probably a problem. Another thing is that we didn't talk about is the pitcher Zarkauer. Zarkauer, he's a lefty, and he looks like he has a really good pickoff move, and that might be tough if you're Colin Kelly trying to steal second.
That move did look good. Reminded me of Andy Pettit back in his day.
1-0, yeah. I don't know why, it might be the High Sox, but the Tampa Bay Rays have a pitcher named Blake Snell, and he just reminds me so much of Blake Snell. The windup where he sets up near the belt,
Very
comes back
fluid.
up, very fluid.
Yeah.
And the High Sox, I don't know. But I see the Andy Pettit comparison too.
Well, on the bright side for Wryneck, they've hit some good balls.
you see.
They've definitely put the bat on the ball as opposed to walks, which is what Brook was offered.
It's in the dirt. Well, I think that with Zarkauer, the difference between Zarkauer and Filoni is Filoni does not want to, give up that hit. Zarkauer believes his stuff is so dominant that he's willing to be aggressive in the zone.
And let his fielders do their job.
That one's popped up.
Towards us.
Kevin Tamucci, the DH, right now batting for Wryneck. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball.
So Tamucci's a little late on it. The last 2 balls being fouled off towards the first base line near us, but they've both been good cuts.
Here's the pitch. There's and a diving play by the second baseman. He made the play.
What a play by Winton there,
Winton.
diving and making a throw from
That was quite a play.
his back to first base.
I thought he might have had a chance to get to it, but he made that play, and it was a nice play. So we'll go to the next. 1 runner left on for Wryneck. Still 2-0 Brook here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. There's a strike from Filoni. We're back here. Sean Wynn, the brother of Jacob Wynn, the right fielder Sean Wynn, will be batting. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. The third baseman, Colosanti couldn't make that play. And so that will be, let's see, what do you think, an error or an infield single?
It looked like he had some trouble with it, but down the third base line's a tough throw
Yeah,
anyway.
if you make that play, it might not be. I wonder what they'll rule that. I mean, you're in trouble picking it up. Yeah, we'll rule it a infield single. Why not?
So another unfortunate start for the pitcher here. Runner on.
And so what do know? The hitter now is the pitcher, Jacob Zarkauer. He's hitting right-handed. The pitch upstairs near the helmet. Get the duck out of the way for that one. 2-0.
It almost looks like Cephaloni is overthrowing a bit. He's trying to either reach back and put some extra speed on his fastball, or he's not throwing strikes right now.
3-0. You're right. I agree on that because, hey, listen, you're in the bottom of the order. You got to be aggressive against these guys. You see the opposing pitcher who's on the plate right now, Zarkauer. He's very good at being aggressive, even at the top of the order. You saw Sheldon rip that ball.
Yeah.
It was an out, though.
Well, one
There's a
thing you
strike.
got to do is trust your fielders. You know, they're behind you for a reason to make plays, and
Right.
you got to put trust in them. You can't strike everyone out.
And Wryneck's defense is a solid defense. Yeah, they're not going to have, they don't have any stud defenders. There's a pick-up throw. Still 3-1. But, they have a solid defense, and they'll make the plays for you, and you got to let them. Can't be afraid to throw strikes,
No.
specifically to the bottom of the order. There's a ground ball foul. 3-2 now.
It's a big pitch for Cephaloni here to see if he can gather himself and get the opposing pitcher, Zarkauer, out.
Win leads, and there's a liner base hit to right fielder Galstian. First and second. So Zarkauer get it done with the bat, the pitcher.
Yeah, that was a well-hit ball over the second baseman, and
Yeah, that was really nice. Just going the other way with that pitch.
yeah, 2 on, no out again for Cephaloni. See if he can avoid more runs coming across the board here.
Here's Michael Bucci, the first baseman for Brook. First and second now. There's a strike. He laid down a showed bunt. He couldn't get it down. As we talked about before the game, the senior introductions. And there's a bunt. Bucci and Cephaloni throws. Did he get him? Oh, and he hit the first baseman, Maselli. Maselli's down, and the out is made, though. The umpire called it. He was right there, second and third.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Maselli took a hit.
He did, and a nice job by Bucci, laying down the sacrifice bunt right down the third base line, just what his coach wanted. But he did hit Wryneck's first baseman there, and it almost looked a little intentional, but nothing was called.
No, that wasn't Maselli. That was Birmingham. The second baseman was
Oh,
covering
the
first.
second
I'm so
baseman.
sorry. Birmingham took a hit on that. Not even the first baseman, because Maselli was trying to come in for the bunt.
I see.
So the second baseman covered first. Well, he took a hit. It's not going to be in your box score, but wow. You see there's still dirt all over his pants and uniform. We're in the top of the second now. There's 1 out on the board, second and third. And the pitch from Cephaloni. Inside.
Now, coming into this game, these two teams are very close in their record, and they both are angling for a home playoff game. So this game does have importance, Eddie.
Pop up. And that one Maselli did make. 2-way. And that was Jonathan Eagle, the left fielder, making that play.
1 away. Oh.
2 out.
Yeah.
Well, now up to the plate is Jake Rapassi, the DH. We should note that Jake Rapacci is the DH. Playing on the field, the shortstop, Brendan Cummins, for Blind Brook, Jacob Zarkauer is hitting. He's on he's on second base right now. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Wow. Cephaloni reaching back and firing. And Jake Rapacci is a good hitter, so that was impressive pitch right there.
Yeah, he fell behind 0-2 in his first at bat and ended up walking.
Nice block by the catcher Sheldon. Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
Logan's coming out. You're not supposed to like tighten it. I know, it's gone over the cup so many times because it's like the right line.
Yankee hit it like 3 times. Yankee hit it. Luke Masha hit it. Jack Masha hit it.
I know, I was
Ronan
there.
hit it.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Struck him out.
Good
Runners
composure.
left on second and third. Cephaloni. You're right. Good composure from Cephaloni. We'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. The batter now is Brian Scott, the shortstop. And he takes a ball. Ooh.
Just outside.
Just outside. Zarkauer. What a great name.
Yeah,
for a
it's
pitcher.
interesting.
Right now, it's the Zarkest hour for Brian Scott. Oh, 2. I'm sorry. It's 2-1, my bad.
All 3 of his pitches were very close to the
Very,
strike zone
very
in your
close.
defense.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
This kid seems like he just throws strikes here, Eddie, you know? He's not making kids chase, and he's around the strike zone almost
not
every
gonna fool
pitch.
around with you. He's
Yeah,
gonna
they come at you.
come at you with everything he's got. He's throwing gas right now. Fouled off, and you see when they do make contact, except for the time when Sheldon hit the ball to center field, which was a nice shot. Center fielder was there. A lot of the hard hit balls by these Wryneck hitters have been foul and to the right side, which means they're late.
Late on it.
They're late on a lot of these pitches. So when they are making contact, it's not fair. It's late, and that was foul right there. I mean, it's tough. They can't pick it up. They can't pick him up right now.
No, they can't.
Sheldon
And,
can. That's it.
Yeah, he had hit a pretty decent shot to left center, but other than that, you're correct, you know? Most of their contact has been foul balls.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Sunday? And then this Sunday, I actually have to play.
Well, it'll be a 2-2 with Scott. There's a line drive, base hit to left field. Eagle thrown in. Scott with a base hit. Number 24 for
And
Wryneck.
Brian Scott proved us wrong there. He was ahead of the pitch and took a fastball to left field for a base hit.
Because he's throwing only strikes, and so, you know, you're getting a fastball. If you just got to adjust, you can't work the count against this guy. You got to be aggressive.
And you know, you tell your pitcher sometimes, you don't always want to throw a fastball in and around the strike zone. You want to mess with hitters' heads because he's just throwing strikes.
There's a line drive, and it's a double play. So unassisted double play. You saw right there.
Good
By the way,
awareness.
that was Colasanti making the third baseman for Wryneck. He made the out. That was Michael Bucci who made the double play. On that time, you saw Brian Scott thought he was going to get picked off, so he ran back to first base. And then when he made contact, he ran towards second, and Bucci made the play and turned it into
That's
two.
just unfortunate timing for the base runner. You know, you can't do much about that. Your coach tells you to take a lead. You take a lead. The ball was hit right to the first baseman, and
There's
that
nothing
happens.
you can do on that.
Yeah, that happens in
Hit anywhere
baseball.
else, and you probably can get back to
Yeah.
first base. But anyway, here's Anthony Maselli, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. The shortstop Cummins makes the play. That was a nice pick by Cummins right there.
Yeah, good play and throw on the move, looking like the captain who will have his number retired on Sunday.
We'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Sal Filoni with the pitch. That one's lined. Shallow infield. Second baseman. Tom Burnham puts it away.
TVB.
So that was Jacob Wynn who popped that one up. Now is the cleanup hitter, Daniel Carborn. Daniel Carborn, a lefty.
You babysitting on Friday?
Swing and miss. He was at the plate when there was that attempted double play and an error was made. And a run scored, 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss, another swing and a miss. So Sal Filoni going to the plan book that Zarkauer was using, being aggressive in the zone. It's working.
No, I'm not, because I know something.
We're in the top of the third
And it
now.
wasn't me that asked.
1 out, the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, 1-2.
Watch someone ask me to babysit tomorrow. I would die.
What's tomorrow?
Your mom's birthday.
There's a swing and a miss. Sal Filoni struck it out. 4 pitches. That was not a solid at bat for Carborn as he took some humble acts on that one. Up now is Luca Colangelo, the center fielder. Ball.
Logan, did you ever play home plate umpire?
Here's the pitch. It's a strike, 1-1.
It doesn't even hurt that much. No, but check in the chest.
Colangelo's a junior for Blind Brook. Tall right-hander. Chopper foul. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Filoni takes a step on the mound. The umpire's cleaning the plate. Colangelo. Sal Filoni, a tall right-hander deals. And struck him out.
Look it. Backwards cake, Kristen.
Good pitch right there. We will go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Jacob Zarkauer back at it on the mound. The lefty deals.
So far,
Low.
pretty lights out game for Zarkauer. No runs, couple hits, but all in all, he's pitched well, accurate, picking his spots.
And Seth Filoni's trying to follow in his footsteps right now. As Wryneck's trailing 2-0. There's the 1-0. Line drive. Base hit.
Good job, Stones.
Matt Galstian.
Great job, Stones.
Zarkauer. If you're going to be aggressive, you're going to give up the hits. It's just part of the game.
And that's what happened. And to his credit and to Wryneck's credit, they've gotten base hits, and Zarkauer's been able to work out of it undamaged.
Well, anyway, runner leads off first base. Here's the pitch. Bunted, way foul. Super duper foul. This is the second baseman, Birmingham. He took a hitting earlier in this game. A runner ran into him when he was covering first base, not his usual position. Here's the pitch. It's a Ball 1-1. So, your Zarkauer is pitching to the bunt right now, right? And he throws to first.
That's why coaches love lefties, Eddie. You know, that pickoff move. It's a lot easier to get first from the pitcher's mound when you're a lefty.
You're right. There's the pitch. And he bunted it. Zarkauer. And he dropped the ball. He's safe.
There's no excuse for that. The ball was thrown all right by Zarkauer and just went out the first baseman's net.
I believe that was that Zach Wilson?
Bucci at first
That was
base.
Bucci. Okay, so you're right. I don't see a lot of that.
Difficult play. I mean, it's a bang play. Happens quickly, but if it hits the net,
it was to the fielder.
yeah.
Tough break right there for Blackburn. As runners lead off first and second. Another bunt. This one's fair. Out at first. So Corey Parker.
That's just what we need.
Great sacrifice.
Corey Parker with the sack. Bunt. So now second and third. 2 outs. Colin Kelly. I think he was bunting for a hit right there, right?
Yeah, it looked like that was the goal, and he almost got it.
yeah.
I almost got it.
Here's Colin Kelly. Tall left-hander. Low, 1-0. This is a nice moment in this ball game to score a run or two. I mean, if base hit scores 2.
Let's go, one.
Here's the pitch. Another ball up high this time to 2-0. Is he leaving his game plan right now? His game plan, big
Attack.
Attack is thrown.
But Eddie, this is the first real jam he's been in with both runners in scoring position, so he has first base open.
The third baseman charges back to home, and now he's caught in a run now. He throws, and he is out. He's out.
Interesting and risky decision by the third baseman there.
There was one down. I'm sorry, that
there
was a
was one
scoreboard
down.
error, not mine.
Because you would think that he would go to first base, but
He would.
the scoreboard was showing 2 outs, and now there's 2
There
outs.
was only 1 out, and now there are 2 outs, so he caught him in a rundown.
So beautifully done by Carbone there then.
This is high school. He couldn't get the other runner to go to third base on that. But first and second now with 2 outs. And here's the only hard hit ball into the outfield, Jack Sheldon. So it's a ball low. He ripped one right into the center fielder's glove. I think it made a hole in the center fielder's glove. It was hit so hard.
It was hit hard, Eddie. And a good play made by Colangelo out
You
there.
could hear it around the complex. There's a strike. 1-1. If Zarkauer can get out of this, that would be pretty impressive. And Sal Filoni was also in a jam like this, and he gave up 2 runs. It would be impressive to see if Zarkauer can get out of this. Ooh, swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch. He was looking fastball.
You're at bat, kid.
Come on, Sheldon.
Now ahead in the count, let's see if Zarkauer just attacks the strike zone or tries to mess with the hitter a bit.
I think Zarkauer is being a little bit more, weary around somebody like Sheldon, who only had probably the hardest hit ball off of him. He struck him out on an off-speed pitch.
2 off-speed pitches that really confused Sheldon there. Good job getting out of the jam by Zarkauer.
So we will go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. And there's a drive. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Right there for the first out is Andrew Whitted. Flew that one to right field. The second baseman. Anyway, here's Sean Wine. And if you're just joining us, you missed Jacob Zarkauer work out of a jam and only 1 out. He gave up no runs. He pitched. He was aggressive. At the end, he threw a couple off-speed pitches to the only person who really hit him hard. And now we're in the top of the 4th. Did that hit him? Yeah, it hit him. So the right fielder, Sean Wine, will go to first base. We're in the top of the fourth, 1 out, 2-0 Blind Brook.
And here comes Zarkauer, who hit a single into right field his first time up.
And Wine is okay. It hit him on the shin guard. I'm sorry, the elbow guard. Here's the pitch. Big lead, and there's a right off of the second baseman, Burnham's glove. Everyone's safe. So Zarkauer, 2 hits in the game, and 3 scoreless innings with a couple strikeouts to his effort, and he's really making nice work here today.
That's pretty good, I'd say. And you wonder with this pitch count rule, what Blind Brook's manager will decide to do, but you think at least another inning if he keeps going at this pace.
The other thing is, and you're right, and you see Zarkauer can hit and use the bat well. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed in the game as defensive
not
position.
at all.
Maybe move to the outfield.
He's hit well, like you said. Now runners are on first and second with 1 down.
There's a drive in the gap. The center fielder makes the play, and Kelly. So he hit it right on the Scrooge. So Bucci lines out, and now it's Jonathan Eagle, the left fielder.
So a quicker inning here for Cefaloni. He's got runners on.
And I think what Cefaloni has learned, and maybe has learned from Zarkauer, is that being aggressive is not such a bad thing. As your defense is behind you.
You got to throw strikes.
Throw strikes. Fouled off. Well, this is a big game, and you want to keep it right here. You don't want Blind Brook to get any bigger lead than they do already.
Yeah, and 2-0 is not insurmountable for this team to come back from.
You're right.
So I think Wryneck isn't pressing the panic button just yet.
No, but you want to keep it right here, so that way you can try to, a little easier to get back in this game.
I agree.
2 runs is doable. Cefaloni deals in the dirt. Nice block by Jack Sheldon. Jack Sheldon, I've seen him play a couple of games so far, and he really looks like a solid catcher. I mean, he can hit a little bit with the bat, and he can field. He's an excellent defender. He can block the ball real well.
He's had some good blocks this game, Eddie.
Yes.
He definitely has.
And against KO, he did very well, too. It's the catcher, and there's a strike. He's a good framer, another good thing. Overall, good catcher to have on your team.
Come on, battle now.
He bats third in the lineup for a reason. So it'll be a 2-2 to Jonathan Eagle. Here's the pitch, first and second. There's a chopper. And a throw. Way offline. He throws home. He's safe. Throws to third. He's out over there, though.
Run will score.
So Colasanti puts the tag on him. It is 3-0 now. Blind Brook as they finally got an out, and we'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Alongside Ben Green, I'm Eddie Cam. We are here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 3-0 Blind Brook. Jacob Zarkauer is making quick work of this Wryneck team, and there's a chopper, the third baseman.
He made a good play fielding the ball, Eddie, but the throw was difficult. I think he might have been a little surprised himself that he picked it up at third base.
I think great observation. Daniel Carden, he really nice pick, and he was like, "Whoa, did I get that?" And then he threw over to first. It was wide, and now there's a runner at first.
Would have been a pretty impressive play.
Pretty play right there. And he steps off. And Zarkauer is saying something to his fielders. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Out of play. Up now is the shortstop, Brian Scott. Solid shortstop for Wryneck.
Go Zark.
Runner leads off first. The pickoff. He's safe. Tamucci is the cleanup hitter for Wryneck. He leads off first. Taking a pretty big lead over there. Line drive. And that was a slow roller. He throws to first. He's safe. Everyone's safe. That was hit so slow. It was hit hard. When it hit the ground over at shortstop, it just stopped moving.
I think you're right there, Eddie. And you know, the shortstop in that situation is told to charge the ball and then decide what to do. And the shortstop Cummings just kind of waited for it to play to him, and he went to first, which was his only option, I'd say, when he got it. But the throw was too late.
Pitch inside. I think that if he didn't really know the velocity of that ball off the bat. If he charges it, you know, he might misjudge it. I thought he might have thought it was faster than it
actually ended up being. It did seem to slow down once it bounced.
That one's high too. No. So Mike Colasanti, who had a couple, I believe he had one ribby, if not two, on a Tuesday here against KO. He was their offensive force, though. He had a ribby single the other way. But right now, let's see if he can do some damage against this Blind Brook team, as he is at home plate. He would be the tying run. But you got to get some runs on the board.
Yeah, you want to start chipping away at this lead sooner than later, obviously. And we're getting towards the later innings in this game, so now's the time for Wryneck to squeak across some runs. Bases loaded, nobody out.
So Colasanti walks on 4 pitches, and you know the thing that makes Zark Auer so difficult is that he's aggressive, and you know he walks that hitter in 4 pitches, and now we'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. There was a pitching visit, something going on with the shoe of Zark Auer, but everything's all right now. Bases are loaded, and he looks at a strike. The hitter, Anthony Maselli, he's the first baseman. They got runners on first, second, and third.
And there's a force at home, so if it's a ground ball that's playable, look for the infield to go home first.
Nobody's out. You really want to get as much as you can of this inning, and Maselli fouls that one 0-2. Because, you know, you're not going to have these many opportunities. The bases are loaded, nobody is out.
Yeah. And you know that Blind Brook does not want to let any runs come across the board.
Zark Auer on 0-2. Drive to right field. Center fielder under it. There he tags. He throws. He is out. Oh, what a throw!
A cannon from center fielder right there.
Fielder. Colangelo. Wow, Luca Colangelo. Lined it up perfectly. Threw an absolute bullet home, and he was out. You could see he was out by a mile. Wow.
Right on target. Throw was low to the ground. That's just how it's done.
So an impressive arm out in center field for Blind Brook, and now you got 2 outs. I mean, 2 outs just like that. You had the bases loaded. Wow, that was a good throw, and there's a pickoff throw. I mean, if Zark Auer can get out of this, that would be one impressive act right there.
And that was a phenomenal play for a center fielder to make that throw.
I was watching the game last night, and there's a strike, and Jake Wryneck of the Houston Astros made a throw very similar to that one. He was playing left, but he threw a cannon, just a cannon over home plate, and we saw that right there. I mean, that was on the money. Good thing no one got in the way, because you could have got hurt with a throw like that.
Come on now.
Wow.
Come on, Zark.
So Zark Auer, low, runner goes to second, runner comes home, he's safe. Wryneck's on the board. It's still 3-1, but the deficit is cut down to 2. There is a runner at second, so both runners advance a base on the wild pitch by Zark Auer.
Okay, Zark, come on now.
That's got to feel good for Wryneck. I mean, you almost just left the bases loaded. I mean, there were bases loaded, nobody out. You almost got out of the inning with nothing doing.
They got one across, and now the lead is only 2 for Blind Brook.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He throws to first. He makes the play. So an inning on the board. 2 innings happened. A run was scored for Wryneck, and Luca Colangelo made a terrific play, a terrific throw. An outfield assist. We'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. We're back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Fouled off. Jake Rapasi, the DH, batting second in the lineup, will take his hacks against Cefaloni.
Good eye.
1-1. It's 3-1 right now. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Blind Brook is on the board on top. Here's the pitch. Nice fastball, but it was inside. 2-1.
Okay.
Here's the pitch. Foul ball. It is out of play.
Okay. So Jake, go.
The 2-2. Struck him out. Cefaloni, a high fastball. Fouled into the catcher's mitt. 1 away. What do you think of that fastball right there, Ben?
It looked like you blew it right by him, Eddie. You know, swing and a miss, and that's what you want out of your pitcher, especially late in the innings, to show that you can still strike batters out. That's a good sign.
Up now is the catcher, Jacob Wind. And he hits a liner right to Corey Parker.
I think he didn't even have to move there.
Another
Filled that
catcher
one.
hitting it real hard, real far, right to an outfielder. So now there's 2 away. Nobody had to move on that one, you're right. Daniel Carbone. Daniel Carbone. Third baseman. Inside. 1-0. Two-way here in the top of the 5th. Cefaloni looks locked in. He throws a fastball for a strike right there, and you know, I think he's really settled into this game.
Yeah, I think so too, Eddie. You know, not a bad performance either. He only let up 3 runs, but he's certainly been out-dueled so far.
That was a fastball inside. And he gets the strike called. A 2-2.
Go, Jordy, battle.
Now coming to Danny Carbone, the pitch.
There you go.
3-2, full count. So Cefaloni try to
Come on, Jordy.
strike him out right here. It's 3-1. Wynebrook's on top.
Looking for a quick inning, see if Wryneck can provide some run support.
There's a liner. It's a left field. Corey Parker on the run. He makes the play. 1, 2, 3. Down goes Blind Brook. We will go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Tom Birmingham, the second baseman for Wryneck. He looks at a strike right there. 0-1.
Yeah, Zarks looks dialed in here. He's been throwing strikes all game, and that hasn't changed into the 5th inning.
0-1 from Zarkauer. And that's a 1-1 right there. You know, he reminds me a little bit of Dallas Keuchel now that I've watched him a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because, well, I think I like his fastball. It's nice velo on it. But he's very, very aggressive pitcher. And whenever he gets runners on, he manages to get out of it. And he's done that today, and it's very, very impressive.
It's a good trait to have as a pitcher, being able to work out of jams.
Come on, Zarks.
I think that's 3-1. We are in the bottom of the 5th right now. On deck is the leadoff hitter, the left fielder, Corey Parker. Zark to the first baseman, Bucci.
Here we go.
1 down. Back to the top of the order now for Wryneck. Corey Parker steps up to the plate. It'll be Parker, Kelly, and if anyone gets on, a catcher, Sheldon. The pitch from Zarkauer is a foul ball into the trees near us.
They're always good. They're fundamental.
Good pitch.
That's a pitch outside. 1-1.
Zarks.
Here's the pitch. Another foul. He's very, very good at getting the hitters to be late on his fastballs. It's very impressive.
And they're not making contact on his breaking ball
No,
so
they're
far. He used it nicely.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second baseman. And he bobbles it, and it's into right field. No, it's into the back of the infield, but
Keep rolling it, Zarks. Shake it off, Andrew. Here we go.
nevertheless, Parker's at first
Take it
base.
off. Let's go.
I don't know. I think that might have been an E4.
I think so. It would have been a tough
It
play
would have
getting
been a tough
him,
play
but
to throw because Parker has some speed, and he, you know, if he doesn't bobble it,
maybe he gets it.
he gets him. But you know, I think that's an E4.
Go ahead,
Anyway.
I
Zarks.
agree.
Colin Kelly, the lefty,
Good pitch.
takes a strike from Zarkauer.
And now is when you wonder if Wryneck's going to be ultra aggressive on the base pass and try and get runners in scoring position.
Yeah, but you know, it's really tough to do against a man
A
like
lefty.
Zarkauer.
Good pitch, Zarks.
And you know,
One more
if you're gonna do it now, because Colin Kelly's a lefty, Sheldon's not. Sheldon's a big power hitter, so you get Sheldon a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. That is a good outcome that
Yeah.
you want to set up if you're Wryneck's coach right now.
It's just tough to run on lefties. That's the bottom line at any level.
And I think Joe Carlucci, the head coach for Wryneck, knows that's something he would like to happen. So Parker leads off first base. There's a liner hit to the shortstop, and he got the out at second. The umpire is right there to make the call. Slid
Good play. Tapping his foot.
feet first into second base, but yeah, he got that force out. He didn't have a play at first. I think that would have not been a smart move if he went to first base with that. So good job by
Okay, Zarks, keep rolling,
the
Zarks.
shortstop, Brandon Cummins. And now Jack Sheldon with an opportunity here. 2 outs. 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th with a runner in Colin Kelly, who was there because of the fielder's choice. And Sheldon hit the ball real hard. 2 at-bats ago. His last at-bat, Zarkauer started throwing a couple of off-speed pitches, and he was way behind. I mean, way early. I'm so sorry. And he really couldn't catch up to those change-ups and really kept him off tempo. What do you think, Ben?
I agree with what you're saying. You know, they've been late on the fastball, and they either haven't swung or early on the breaking stuff. So he's looked good. And now you just think about the pitch count. Unfortunately, we haven't been keeping track, but that's the only
Right.
thing that could be something that Brook is looking at right now.
And you feel it's getting a little high right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's worked these past couple innings real hard. And that was an interesting, good pitch by Sheldon loops that one in. And there's a runner who's going to third base. First and third, so Sheldon.
That ball didn't look like it was going that far out of the first baseman's reach.
A lot of power from that bat of Jack Sheldon.
Did the first baseman run in originally, or what?
I think he did, and then I think he turned around. It was too late.
Tried to get it.
The second baseman, Birmingham, tried to. I'm sorry, that's not second baseman Birmingham. Second baseman Winton tried to come and get that ball, but it was too late. Fell into the outfield grass right above the infield dirt.
So here's a scoring opportunity for Wryneck to get another on the board to chip away at that lead. They have a runner on third, runner on first.
Kevin Tamucci, the DH, in that big opportunity, and was talking about there's a drive to left, but right there is the left fielder.
And he gets out.
Eagle, he gets out of the inning. So, 2 runners left, first and third. We will go to the next. It's 3-1 here at Wryneck High School. We'll be right back. Welcome back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Luca Colangelo at the plate. Early in this game, Luca Colangelo caught a liner to center field and then threw a liner to home plate. It was an absolute bullet from the center fielder Colangelo, and now he's at bat. This kid seems like he has true athleticism to him as he lines one right to the second baseman. Tom Birmingham making that nice play. Colangelo hit it hard.
That was hit hard, just directly at the second baseman.
Cefaloni doing a much better job in these later part of the innings.
Yeah, you know, those first 2 runs came across in the first inning. That just has to be, a matter of settling down.
Settling in, into the game. So now it's Andrew Winton, the second baseman for Wryneck, as he showed bunt, and the infield came running, but nothing doing. So he took it back. Here's the pitch.
Here we go. Go ahead, Joe.
If you're Brook, you're trying to get, a run or two for some insurance, just in case Wryneck comes back. And, we're in probably the last 2 innings of this ball game, unless Wryneck can change that. And so, there's a ball. Cefaloni. I think it's he's fallen in the shadow of Zarkauer, who's been just pretty dominant all game, but Cefaloni's been doing a pretty good job too. Keeping it right where it is, since there's a foul ball from Winton. The full count to Winton. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 4. So Winton will take his base at first, and up now is the right fielder, Sean Wine, brother of Jacob, the catcher. One down here at the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch, and there goes the runner, and there's a drive to deep left field, and he can't make it. It's over the head of Parker. A run's gonna score, and it's a ribby double for Sean Wine as he hit that a mile. Wow, what a drive by Sean Wine. And it's 4-1, Brook. He really got into that when he pulled it.
Rolled all the way to the hill.
To that hill over there, reminiscent of Tal's Hill out in Houston. And Parker had to try to climb it. He had trouble right there. So now a runner on second. And there's a drive, and it's over the head of the second baseman. Galstein holds the runner. It's first and third. So the runner, Wine, didn't come home in that.
Way to swing it back, Zark.
And now first and third, it's 1 out. That was, by the way, Zarkower who hit that ball. And that means he's 3 for 3 today. With the pitching performance he's had, it's been a pretty good game for the pitcher. Wow. 3 hard hit singles. And now Michael Bucci, the first baseman, steps up. Cefaloni deals. And there's a bunt by Bucci. Foul ball. Bucci's a junior. Cefaloni deals. Swing and a miss. That was a good pitch by Cefaloni. A fastball down inside, and all Bucci could do was swing hard and go back to the dugout. So up now is the leadoff hitter, Jonathan Eagle, left fielder. First and third. It's 4-1 Blind Brook. I will say this, Ben. You know, something I've learned about this Wryneck team, and even Coach Carlucci has told me, here's the pitch, that one's low, is this team is very good at putting a rally together in the latter part of the latter innings of the ball game. They did it Tuesday, and they're very good at doing that. They don't give up, even if the score is 4-1, 9-1. It doesn't matter. There goes the runner. The throw to second. Eddie Scott jumped in front of that to look the runner at third back. So now it's second and third.
Go, Johnny.
Second and third. In the dirt. Here's the pitch from Cefaloni. In the dirt, ball 4. So the bases are loaded. And we're getting to the middle part of the order, but first it's Jake Rapassi, the DH. And they're going to let Cefaloni do this. There's a little bit of a mound visit, but it's quick, and so we'll stay right here. Jack Sheldon talked a little bit with Kristen Cefaloni. You know, just trying to get back to basics. You got 2 down right now. You gotta keep the game right here, because if Wryneck has any chance of getting back in this game, it needs to the score needs to stay.
Yeah, you want to keep it within 3-4 runs. 4 is a stretch, 3 runs, and the bases are loaded. So I imagine the catcher's just trying to calm down his pitcher, who's pitched well in this game. He's just not as good as the opposing pitcher.
Well, you got to force at any base with the bases are loaded right now. Cefaloni.
Go, Matty.
Sets. Looks for the sign. And delivers. Inside. That's the other thing. There's nowhere to put the runner. You gotta just come at this hitter. And Zarkower, very, very good at doing that. Let's see if Cefaloni can do it right here. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Chopper. And did he tag him? Yes, he did. Oh, what a play. Colasanti. And we'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Alongside Ben Green, I'm Eddie Kim. Jacob Zarkauer still out there. The pitch outside.
And Wryneck is really going to try and put a run across the board this inning.
Right.
I mean, they got 2 more at-bats, so this is it.
Well, last inning you saw Mike Colasanti. It's 2-0. Mike Colasanti made that really nice tag on the play.
Smart play.
He got the ball and then tagged the runner out. Right now he's warming up in the bullpen. And there's a drive to deep left center field, way back, and it's all the way to the track. Oh, and now he's just hustling. He's going to third base. Here's the relay. Here's the throw. He's out.
Way to relay it, guys.
Nicely executed by the blind Brook fielders there. Perfectly done, and the tag was applied.
Brian Scott hit that, probably the farthest hit ball all game, and left center field. I mean, that almost got out of here, off in the track, and
Way to
he
play it, guys.
really hustled. You know, that's you stay at second is fine, but you're in the later part of these games. You got to be aggressive.
I disagree with that. I think, you know, second base, you're still in scoring position. There's nobody out.
Right.
You know, that was stretching a double into a triple.
I think it had more to do with the way Jacob Zarkauer is throwing him. You know, he's just been so dominant, even when runners are in scoring position. Look, there's a fly ball to the right fielder in foul territory. He can't make the play.
And Eddie, that ball that was just hit was, you know, the relay throw. Everything about the fielding right there was perfectly executed.
Yeah, I mean, another great fielding play.
Difficult to stretch that.
Luca Jello. I'm sorry, Cola Jello. Here's Mike Colasanti. He's just warming up the pen, and now he's at bat.
So we've seen 2 great plays by this Brook outfield thus far in this game.
Both by the same person, Luca Colangelo.
Oh, they moved him?
Hey, Zarks, come on now.
Oh, was that the left fielder who made that play?
No, I think you're right. I think it was Colangelo. Yeah.
And that's ball 4, so he walks.
And you know,
Okay, Zarks, here we go. Come on now.
if you're Wryneck, you're hoping that doesn't come back to haunt you.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, if you score any runs, it will.
You're right.
Because you'd have someone at second.
He was very aggressive around those base paths. You saw him rounding second. You knew he was going third right away. And
took a big turn.
Terrific fielding right now from Brook. You're seeing it all throughout the game. I mean, I can recall many plays that they've made where you thought they were going to score. Score.
And you know, Eddie, I'm thinking if it's the 7th inning, I think maybe you do send him to third base and try to touch it in triple. But you have 2 innings to score 3 runs. Right. I think that it was a bit of a stretch.
Maybe the 7th inning's a different story, but I think you're right. The 6th inning, you just want...
It's a great leadoff double, you know.
You got another reliever warming up the pen. We'll tell you who if we find out. Same person.
Okay, Zarks, come on now.
In the dirt.
Okay, Zarks, come on now.
There is a ground ball, and it's booted. He throws to first. Stay safe. The umpire was there to make the play. Running down the line, hustling, right there. Anthony Maselli. I believe that's a pitch hitter who pitched hit for Mike Colasanti. As Colasanti is warming up in the bullpen, pitch hitter is Joey Tenner. So Joey Tenner is actually at second base right now. There's your strike.
Good pitch.
Let's go, kid.
Matt Galstian hits a high fly, and he made the play. Third baseman right there.
Play, Jordy. Yeah.
Carbone. So,
Okay, let's go, Zorks. One more now.
2 away. It's 4-1 right now, Brook. And you got runners at first and second. I mean, if you're Wryneck, you just got to think. I mean, 4 outs.
all
You
they
got to
got.
score. You got runners on. You got to score.
Go, Zorks.
Fouled behind the batter's
All right,
box.
here we go.
Oh, 1. One. Here's the pitch.
Good
Big
pitch.
swing and a miss.
One more,
1-2.
Zorks.
Nobody's up in the bullpen for Brook.
Go, Zorks.
Ooh. That was a nice frame by Jacob Wynn, too. That was a nice fastball down the zone. Didn't get the
Go,
call from
Zorks.
the
One more
umpire.
now.
2-2. Outside 3-2.
Come on,
Big
Zorks. Back
pitch
to him
for
now.
Zargauer coming up right now. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, first and second. 4-1 Brook, and Zargauer steps off.
Go, Zorks.
So we'll do it again. 3-2, first and second. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. He tagged him
Way to be,
and
Zorks.
dropped third strike, and we will head to the 7th inning here in Wryneck. We'll go to the next here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. We're back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports.
Come on. Get back and drive it. Let's go.
Cefaloni's still out there. He throws a pitch. Ball. I believe that's Jacob Wynn hitting right now. He takes a ball.
Good pitch.
Cefaloni. Towards the strike right there. Well,
Let's go.
last
Foul
half
now.
inning, Mike Colasanti, the third baseman right now, was warming up at the pen. He's still at third. Here's the pitch. Low.
All right. Come on now. Battle close. Battle close.
We're in the 7th inning. It's 4-1. Brook leads. Here's the pitch. And that one's outside. It gets away. So, runners at first.
Go, Jordy.
Now is Daniel Carbone. But first, we'll go to the next because Daniel Cefaloni is going to leave this game after a good pitching performance. We'll be right back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. So, Christian Cefaloni pitched 6 innings. Yeah, he came into the 7th, but he gave up a walk. And now Mike Colasanti, the third baseman for most of this game, and there's a pickoff throw, is going to pitch right now. And Tuesday night's pitcher, Connor Ligori, who threw 5 innings, and his pitch count got up to 105. Well, he's in the game right now. He's going to play third base. Up at the plate is Daniel Carbone. He throws a strike. Colasanti is a very quick
Hey, Jordy, come
delivery. It's very straight to the plate.
Looks like he has a bit more velocity on his fastball than the Cefaloni as well. An adjustment
And he
hitters need to
shows it
make.
too. He doesn't try to. He doesn't have like settled velocity.
No.
He comes right at you.
And a jerk motion.
And he steps off. And Wynn with a lead, and now he's going to second. Sheldon from his knees. Are you kidding me? What a play by Jack Sheldon. That ball got by him. He was on the backstop. He was on the grass of the backstop and threw a bullet for the first out of the inning. So quite a play by Jack Sheldon to get the out at second. And again, we see the great defensive catcher of Jack Sheldon, who's been good defensively. He has a great arm, and he has pop to that bat. He bats third in their order.
Go, Luca.
Quite a player, Jack Sheldon. So Michael Asante walks Daniel Carbone. And now we'll have to face the impressive center fielder, Luca Colangelo. And from what I've seen, he is one of the better defensive center fielders here in Wryneck, here in for Blind Brook. First is Carbone. The pitch. 3-0.
Go, Luca.
There's a liner. Steps up first. We'll go to the next. Hey, that was quick.
Luca, way to hit it hard, Luca.
We're going to the bottom of the seventh. They need 3 to tie.
One more,
They
George.
need 4 to win. Can they do it? We'll see. We'll be right back here on LMC TV, Varsity Sports. We are back
Go, Josh. Here we go.
here on LMC TV, Varsity Sports, alongside Ben Green. I'm Eddie Cam. Thank you for joining us today. And there's a strike. Corey Parker will start the lineup here in the bottom of the seventh. They need base runners, Ben.
They need base runners. That's what it is, Eddie, and they're going to need them, and they're going to advance them in any way possible.
Zark throws to first in time.
1 down, 2 to go.
Well, if the score keeps up, a couple things to keep in mind. A couple key highlights is Jacob Zarkauer for Blind Brook.
And the outfielder.
Luca Colangelo.
Yeah.
Those were the
great
2
plays.
stars for them in this win.
Yeah.
As for Wryneck, Wryneck, they weren't silent with the bat.
No.
They were hitting the ball hard. They just couldn't be. They weren't lucky enough to score a couple of these runs.
It was hit directly at the outfielders, most of their big contact hits.
The big hit of the game was when Brian Scott hit one to deep left center field over the head of Colangelo, the great defensive center fielder. There's a strike, and he tried for a triple, but Colangelo threw to the relay man. I mean, just what a great to Cummins. Cummins throws to the third baseman, Carbone. Terrific fielding.
It looks like Zark is making.
And there's a fly ball to right field, and he makes the
you go,
play.
Long run and a good catch.
Way to be, Sean. Let's go, Zarks. That's 2.
2 down. So now it's up to Jack Sheldon,
Right here.
the catcher, who threw a seed to second base last inning.
That was an impressive
That
play
was
from
impressive.
his knees.
That's another thing to look at when the game ends. That ball got by Sheldon, and he threw it from right where the grass meets the dirt, right over there. And they threw a ball, I mean, from over there.
Way to be,
He's way ahead of that changeup, and you know, after that first at bat, Sheldon hasn't been able to really hit off of Zarkauer. Even the single he did have where it blooped in, he was late on, and he got jammed. But
Well, all credit goes to this kid. He pitched
Zarkauer's been just
6
amazing.
2/3 of great baseball thus far.
Let's take Sheldon, for example. The adjustments he's made. There's a ball. He's been able to adjust. He saw that he could hit the fastball better than anyone on this team. And he's adjusted. He throws a lot more off-speed pitches to Sheldon.
Hey,
There's
Zark.
a fastball upstairs, and he'll take the base. So now,
Come on, Zark.
a
Here we
runner
go.
on.
Close him out now.
A runner on for Wryneck. And they need another base runner to bring up the tying run. The pitch in the dirt.
Come on, Zark. Finish it, kid.
Kevin Tamucci, the DH, will get another at-bat here. If you're looking on deck, if it gets to that point, if there's a wall, would be Brian Scott. And hey, that might be a kid you want to have up right now. You saw his last at-bat against Zarkauer. He hit one about as far as you could hit it without it being a home run. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. The pitch. Upstairs. I don't see anybody warming up in the pen. I think they want to let Zarkauer finish this, even if he gives up a walk right here.
Why not?
This is his game.
Why not?
Runner leads off of first. The pitch. Ball 4. Hey, the tying run's going to come to the plate. We talked about this a couple innings
Come
ago.
on now.
Something that Coach Carlucci has told me
Come on, one more out,
in
kid.
last game's interview is that they don't quit. They really don't. It doesn't matter. It's a 7th inning right
You'd
now.
hope
You got
not, though. You
2
know,
outs,
you'd
yeah.
hope they wouldn't.
And if you want to be playoff bound, that's a good trait to have.
It's a good trait to have in life.
First and second. So Scott takes a ball and
I have to say though, Eddie, excuse me, I've never seen a home run hit at this field.
right.
Over the fence, I've never seen it.
There we go.
I don't know if it's what the dimensions are, but you'd think you'd see a home run.
Well, I mean, 330 down the right field line.
Oh, that's pretty far. Okay.
Left field line is even farther.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. That looked like an off-speed pitch, and he got it for a strike right there. 1-1.
Come on, Zark. Close him now.
Here's the pitch. That's popped up. Bucci will give it a look, but it's near the batting cages. All right, so that's 2 strikes, 1-2. Here is the pitch. And there's a line drive to center fielder. Colangelo throws, oh my goodness. What is this?
This kid
Who is
has
this
a cannon in center.
Colangelo, no, he wasn't going home anyway,
No.
but he threw a bullet and
That looked like
oh
something
my.
out of
What is happening?
backyard baseball game,
Yeah.
Eddie. He just gunned
He
it.
just gunned him down. Oh my, he threw over the cut.
So you think it was a smart decision for them not to send the runner?
Yeah, that was probably a smart idea. I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't. So we'll go to the next as Zarkauer is going to leave this game. Welcome back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Well, you know, if you watch Tuesday's game against KO, you saw that it got dramatic at the end. Well, it's getting dramatic here too.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Brook leads by 3.
You got the tying run is at first base, and there is a strike from
That's it,
Christopher
Chris.
Bucci,
Like that,
who
kid.
was playing first base. And now playing first base is Jacob Zarkauer. Michael Osanti stands in. He is the winning run, and that one's low, 1-1. I don't know if he's going to hit a grand slam right here, but it would be a pretty good accomplishment just to get a base hit right here. Keep the line moving, right?
That's it, Chris.
Fouled
That's two,
off.
kid.
A big hit right here. Could be big for Wryneck. And, if nothing happens but just, a base hit right here and then the game ends or whatever it is, or maybe Colangelo throws out the runner at second, because that sounds like something that he would do. They showed a lot of drive right now.
They did.
That's good.
Climbing back.
And there's a ground ball to second. Over to first.
Good win.
And he's out. Woo! Ball game over. Blind Brook. Whew. The Trojans have won the game 4-1. And when we come back, we'll have the post-game interview. We'll wrap it up here from Wryneck. The final score is 4-1-7. Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. We're here with Coach Carlucci. Coach, what did you think of Cefaloni's pitching today on the mound?
He was outstanding. Threw a lot of strikes. Battle got us out of some jams. And it was great. It's probably the best he's pitched all year.
And also, Coach, what did you think of the rally? We talked on Tuesday. You also rallied in that game as well against KO, and you guys rallied at the end in this one too. You got the bases loaded. What can you say about this team and the rallying at the end?
One thing about these guys is they never give up. They play hard until the last out is made, and we'll continue to do that.
Welcome back here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Alongside Ben Green, I'm Eddie Campbell. The victory is going to go to Jacob Zarkauer. The loss will go to Christian Cefaloni. The save will go to Christopher Bucci. And Ben, there was one player that stood out in today's game, and that's Jacob Zarkauer.
Yeah, Zarkauer pitched extremely well. He did 6 2/3 innings of 1-run baseball. He almost finished the game. And he also did it from the plate, going 3 for 3. So he did what was asked of him.
Well, thank you, Ben Green. And
You're welcome.
This is a tough loss for Wryneck, but playoff baseball is right around the corner, and so we'll see you next time here on LMC TV Varsity Sports.